Morning and welcome to this Friday session of Yoga Online. Come to sit comfortably, sit tall, and look to the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders back, move the navel in. With your eyes closed, focus on the breath. Join the palms together. We'll begin by chanting Om 3 times. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Om. Slowly release your hands. Open your eyes. Change the crossing of the leg. Interlock the fingers in front of you, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, raise up the arms, stretch the armpit, lift the wrist, soften the abdomen, and extend the trunk. Friday is usually a gentle practice. Keep your posture and focus on the breath. Breathe into the pose. Feel the extension of the side body. Feel the firmness of the legs. Feel the openness of the hips. Slowly release your hands to the sides. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the chest open. And stretch out the legs. Stretch out the legs for Upavista Konasana. Turn the feet to face up, the thighs to face up, and the knees to face up. Interlock your fingers once again, rotate at the wrist. Breathing in, raise up the arms. Press your thighs down, lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the armpit, lift. Press the legs down to lift the trunk. Lift the arms to lift the trunk and feel the extension of the trunk. Focus on your breath. And fold your legs in for Baddha Konasana. Feel the knees releasing to the floor. Feel the thighs releasing to the floor. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the chest. Feel that the crown of the head is the highest point. The action here is for the thighs to move down, the knees to move down. Feel that openness in the pelvic area. Feel the width of the pelvic area as you draw the knees down. Roll over onto the right hand side and flex the left thigh and the left knee. You can use your palm of the thigh to bring more openness to the left hip. Roll over onto your left side and do the same to the right. Feel that you're lengthening from the inner groin to the inner knee. Feel this length from the inner groin to the inner knee. Come back to center. Come back to center. Draw your feet in. Flex your thighs. We're still focusing on the opening of the hips. Now move your thighs down. Move your knees down. Lift the trunk. Come to a position where you're comfortable. And feel the exhalation out of the pelvic area and out of the navel as you find this quiet space in Baddha Konasana. You can choose to keep your hands on your ankles or, if comfortable, take your fingertips behind. Whatever's comfortable for you, but focus on the openness of the abdominal area, the pelvic area, and the softness of the navel. On the area of the navel, around the area of the groins. The tension is released in that area. And a fold in the left leg, keeping the right leg straight. The knee out to the side, leg straight. Interlock your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and up. Push your thighs down, lift the navel, lift the sternum. Maintain the height of your trunk, the length of your trunk, and the straightness of your trunk. There's a straight line from the hip to the armpit. Your right leg is straight and your left knee is out at 90 degrees. Breathing in, lift the side of the trunk. Push your thighs down. Feel that extension and openness in the pelvic area. And now find your breath. Breaths in and out, settling into the posture. And fold the right leg up. Right knees out to the side. Turn the navel and sternum to face forward. Interlock your fingers, change the bind. Rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, lift the trunk, lift the armpits, lift the wrist. At the same time, push the thighs down, your heel away from you, your toe towards you, and now settle into the pose. Focus on just the breath. Stretch your legs, shake out the legs. And once again, fold your legs in for Baddha Konasana. Draw your feet in. Push your thighs down, push the knees down, lift the trunk, lift the navel. Feel that there's space from the floor to the navel. Feel that there's space from the navel across to the knees. So there's a lengthening and a widening of the navel area at the same time. Move the navel back to soften the abdomen. From here, stretch out your right leg into Upavista Konasana. Stretch out your left leg into Upavista Konasana. And fold your left leg in so that the thigh rests on the right. The foot rests on the right thigh. Lift the trunk. Feel the openness. The bent leg knee moves away from you. The straight leg extends away from you. And feel this openness from the groins to both your knees. There's a length. Lift the trunk. Interlock your fingers once again. Rotate at the wrist. Turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and raise up the arms. Turn your thighs down and lift the navel away from the floor. And now settle into the pose. Feel that there's an openness in the hips, area around the navel. Slowly release your hands and turn to face the straight leg. Move the sternum to face the straight leg. Move the navel towards the straight leg. Once again, interlock your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and raise up the arms. And now you're facing the straight leg. It's a gentle twist. At the same time, move the bent leg knee away from you. Push the straight leg thigh down and lift the trunk. With your eyes closed, focus on the breath. Release your hands and change legs. Extend your left leg, fold in the right leg. Interlock your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, stretch the arms. Push your thighs down, lift the navel away from the floor. Pin the sitting bones to the floor as you extend the trunk. And as you breathe out, turn to face the straight leg. Move the navel, move the sternum, stretch the arms. Release into the posture and focus on the breath. Keep pulling the thighs down, lift the trunk, stretch the arms. Back to center. Release your hands, roll the shoulders back. Draw your feet to the center. Heels away from you, toes towards you, and fold your legs in once again for Baddha Konasana. Draw your heels in closer and flex your knees. Flex your thighs. And then lift out of the hip. Lift out of the hips, the soles of the feet are joined together. And now can you open your feet like the pages of a book? Release the thighs down, release the knees down, and lift the trunk. Keep lifting the navel away from the floor. At the same time, push your thighs down, push your knees down. Feel that openness in the pelvic area. Now breathe out of that area. Your right big toe, straighten the leg. Hold on to your left big toe and straighten your leg. Push your thighs down. Press the sitting bones down. Move the sternum forward and look. Lift the armpits away from the floor. Push your thighs down. Slowly release. Fold your legs in once again. Come to sit in Swastikasana. Roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders back. Feel that the area of the groins and the thighs and the pelvic area is much softer and quieter. Straighten out your legs. And this time, place your left foot over the right foot. And take the thigh to the floor and take the knee to the floor. So with the hips opening, it helps us with our sitting poses as well. Place your fingertips on the floor, roll the shoulders back, lift the navel. Can you use the left foot to push the right thigh down as you lift the jaw? The right thigh to the floor as you lift the jaw. Lift the navel away from the floor, lift the sternum. Exhale. Your right foot is on the left thigh and push the thigh down with lift the trunk. Lift the navel. Shoulders. And use the foot to press the thigh down and lift the navel. Straighten your legs. Rotate your ankles from out to in. and then into out. Fold your legs in and come to stand. Come to stand with your feet as wide as possible and move your thighs away from each other. Move your thighs away from each other. Press your feet down. Push your thighs back. Lift the navel, lift the sternum. Push the thighs back to anchor the hips and move the thighs away from each other. So the thighs move out away from each other. Keep pressing your feet down, moving your thighs away from each other. Feel the navel area spread. From here, turn your right leg out. Turn your left leg in. And turn the hip and trunk to face forward. Feel the openness in the hips, pelvic area, and the softness in the abdomen. Raise up your right arm. And as you breathe out, reach across and place your hand on the shin. Turn the trunk to face forward, but feel the thighs moving away from each other. Feel the navel moving in and the softness of the abdomen. Once you're comfortable here, then you take up your left hand. Take a few breaths and settle into it. Release your hands on your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the chest open. Bend the front knee and feel the thighs moving away from each other. On all four corners of the back foot, all four corners of the front foot. Press more on the out edge of the back foot. Lift the trunk and descend the hips. From here, extend your arms out to the side and descend the hips, lifting the trunk. Straighten your leg, release your hands, and over to the left. Turn the left leg out completely. Turn the right foot in. Press on all four corners of both feet, and then press on the out edge of the back foot. Turn your hip and trunk to face forward. Raise up the left arm. Feel the extension of the left side. And as you breathe out, stretch across. Feel the thighs rolling away from each other. Release your hand onto your shin. Turn the trunk to face forward. Move the navel, move the sternum. Take up the right arm and revolve the trunk. Take a posture. Focus on the area around the hips and the pelvis. Breathe in to come up. Feel the openness of the hips. And roll out that left leg once again. Press on the out edge of the back foot. Breathing in, lift the sides of the trunk. And as you breathe out, descend the thigh. The thighs will roll away. The front thigh moves down. The back thigh moves away from you. Anchor your legs. Feel the openness of the hips. Turn the navel to face forward. Turn the sternum to face forward. And now extend the arms. Breathing in, lift the sides of the trunk, and as you breathe out, bend the knees and body. Turn the feet to face forward, roll the shoulders back, and take your legs wider. Take your legs wider than usual, press your feet down, push your thighs back, roll the shoulders back, and look up. Feel that there's space in the pelvic area, there's space around the navel. Push your thighs away from each other. From here, toe heel, walk your legs in closer. Keep them wide. And come to sit. Come to squat. Come to a squatting position. This is also good for the hips. Feel the hips release, feel the groins release. Hold your trunk by placing your fingers on the floor or your fingers behind you and come to squat. Release onto your knees and come to sit. Take your knees wider. Lengthen your knees away from each other. Feel the length from the inner groin to the inner knee. Roll the shoulders back and lift the navel. Lift the sternum, but feel as your thighs are anchoring you down. Find a few moments. Breathe into this posture, but feel as if there's an openness and there's a spread in the abdominal area, a release in the groins, softness in the hips. Slowly release. Join your thighs together, join your knees together, place your hands on your thighs. Feel that the hips have settled, push the groins down, push the thighs down, lift the navel, lift the sternum, roll the shoulders back, gaze forward. Feel the crown of the head lifted. And come to lie flat on your back. Come to lie flat on your back. Join the soles of your feet together, but keep them away. Keep the heels away from the hip. Feel the knees release to the floor. Feel the thighs release to the floor. Keep the heels away from the hips. Slowly draw your heels in, maybe 5 centimeters closer to the hips. And flex it. Feel the hips release, feel the thighs release, feel the knees release down. Your palms on your thighs to draw the thighs down, draw the knees down. If you're comfortable there, stay there. Alternatively, move your heels as close to your hips, as close to the sitting bones. It may cause your knees to rise, but that's fine. And now draw your thighs down. Use your hands, draw your thighs down. Settle the hips. Feel the openness in the areas of the groin and the pelvic area. Press your feet together, draw the knees down, draw the thighs down. And slowly release. Raise up both knees, keeping your feet flat on the floor. And now drop the right knee down to the side. Start lifting the left knee. Release the right and drop the left. Drop the left knee to the side, moving the navel. The navel stays forward. Drop the right knee once again to the side, to the right side, but the navel faces forward. Up. One more time, raise up the right knee and release the left knee to the floor. And once again, turning the navel to face the center. Raise up the left knee. And once again, fold your legs out into Baddha Konasana. Joining the soles of the feet together, release your hips, release the groins, release the knees. Release the spine completely to the floor. Lengthen the crown of the head away from you and become soft. Your knees once again. With both hands, draw both knees in toward the chest. softness of the abdomen. Draw your thighs in. Draw your knees in. Straighten your right leg. Straighten your left leg. Roll your thighs away from each other. Take your feet as wide as the mat if you have. Turn your palms to face up and release the abdomen. Release the spine and becomes. Place both your hands on the abdomen. Raise up your knees one by one, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Raise up the right arm all the way past the butt. Roll over onto the butt. And press to come to center. In a comfortable posture, but feel the openness of the hips. Feel the softness of the pelvic area. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, roll the shoulders. Of the pelvic area, lift the navel, push your thighs down, turn your palms together, lift the crown of the head. Again, focus on your breath and become soft. Breath in. Out, release the chin to the chest. Wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend. Take care.